The goal today is to get that rock into this pond. I'm gonna have to move a couple rocks because I want to be able to drive that rock into here and set it down there. I know I'm going to have to be careful because if I get a tire that's going to hit here on the slope, that thing's going to go way away. I'll never be able to drag it out. The reason I'm putting wood down is just so that when the rock hits on the liner, if it happens to jar, it's not going to puncture the liner. By extending the arm, we're going to change the angle that we're going to be lifting this rock. And hopefully it's going to be enough to pull it forward. And if it doesn't pull just the rock forward, it's going to pull the whole machine forward. Either way, it's going to work in my favor. That worked out almost exactly like I wanted. Just making a double loop here. Don't know if you guys see it from over there. I'm going to slide that pipe through. So we're going to come up here to the top of the waterfall. I'm going to make a few measurements. Because once this is sitting in position, which is going to be something like that, I need to know what this height is here. All right, and it's just over 21 and a half inches or so. So then this rock, we're looking at the height, which at its most is 16 anyway. Meaning that I gotta put 5 inches underneath of it, so that when the water comes off of this, it's not going to be a huge drop onto the rock. If we have too big of a drop, we're going to have an uncontrolled spill going all over the place. I need to slope it anyway, so I'm going to have to elevate the back. And I want as much water coming off of this, going across the top of the rock that I possibly can. And the only way to do that is to make this lip almost tight onto this. It's going to be a tricky maneuver. So, I'm going to go look for some flat rock, reasonably flat, a couple of them. It'll be about 5 inches, and then a couple more of them. There's going to be about 3 inches or 2 inches, so that I can get a slope front to back. Just 4 rocks, 4 flat rocks. So let's go see what I can find. So here we go. We got some flagstone there. Put a couple of pieces down. I move that out of the way because don't really need it. I got a couple of pieces of wall stone that honestly I'll never ever use anywhere else. I'm gonna put one there. I'm gonna put one there so that when the rock goes against it, that'll support that end. Oh. And then a couple more pieces down here. Hopefully that's going to give us the kind of slope that we need. You guys got to remember, in high school maybe even before, you learned about mechanical advantage, what a lever was, all of these things that we never ever learned the practical uses of it. Well, I'm going to give you a really quick explanation here. By using this pole, I'm dividing the weight of the rock between each ends of the pole, and it's going to be divided by the ratio of where this rock sits in regards from that point to that point. So let's say that this weighs 1 ton, 2,000 pounds. Because this pipe here, I've got 1/3 of it covered on this end and 2/3 on that end. That means 2/3 of the weight is going to be carried by the crane, and 1/3 of the weight is going to be carried by the other end of the pole, which is sitting on top of the waterfall weir backing that we built. It's going to make lifting that easier. However, I'm going to have to lift it a lot higher to get this height up to where I want it to be. I might have to do some futzing around. So what I need to do as well is I'm going to have to turn this eventually. Once I get it right off the ground, I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to try and slide it right in. That's what I was afraid of. It's the twist. Because I need that rock to sit this way. Perhaps it'll work in my favor. Maybe I can do it. So, gonna have to eyeball this up. Because the concrete step that we use is perfectly centered where I want the waterfall weir to be. That means that this rock has got to go over a bit. I think I'm going to get it back as far as I can first. And then I'll reposition my crane and what have you to try and nudge it over. I'm about 6 inches. I got to slide that over about 6 inches. So let's drop this here. We'll try and reposition everything. I think we're okay. Let's jack that up. Well, for better or for worse, this rock's in the right position. We're gonna have to do some fancy dancy stuff with it, but this rock, I think, is gonna stay right here. Save this playlist to your favorites so that you can come back here and keep an eye on the progress that we make. Mission accomplished, what we wanted to do today, get this rock into place. I think it's going to turn out pretty good.